Assalamu alaikum and good evening. You are watching HumSub.TV and I am Munib Hamid with the news. Army Chief to brief senators on national security tomorrow. Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa and the Director General of Military Operations Major General Sahir Shamshad Mirza will brief the Senate Committee of the whole House on the national security situation in the country during an in-camera session on Tuesday. Through a notice, the Senate Secretariat on Sunday informed all the senators about the extraordinary meeting to be presided over by Senate Chairman Raza Rabbani. It will be after 6 years that the military leadership will be coming to the Parliament House for a presentation to the elected representatives on the security situation. Chairman Pakistan Interfaith League and CEO HumSub.TV condemned the terrorist attack at Quetta church. The Chairman Pakistan Interfaith League and CEO HumSub.TV Sajid Ishaq strongly condemned the dastardly terrorist attack against the members of peaceful Christian community who are attending a mass in Quetta's Bethel Memorial Methodist Church on Sunday. The peaceful Pakistani Christian community was busy praying and preparing for the festivities of approaching Christmas when they came under attack from these cowards who have respect for no religion. They descended upon the innocent worshippers loaded with explosives and armed with deadly automatic weapons and took lives of 9 men and women, besides leaving over 40 injured with various kinds of wounds, Sajid Ishaq said. He said that no religion in the world allows killing of innocent, unarmed people inside a place of worship, be it a church or a mosque, a mandir or a gurdwara. These are places for worshipping God and preaching love, peace and harmony. Yet these terrorists entered the holy premises of the church and killed and injured all these innocent people who are already a small part of the society, the Pakistan Interfaith League chairman said. He lauded the quick response by the Quetta police, which effectively engaged these terrorists and eventually killed them. Also, he appreciated the Pakistan Army and the Frontier Constabulary, which came rushing for the help of police to handle the situation. Today's attack has once again shocked the small Pakistani Christian community throughout the country. The terrorism against Christian community in Pakistan has emerged as a new phenomenon, which has made them feel highly vulnerable. After the terror attacks on Christian churches and institutions in Peshawar, Islamabad, Murree and Lahore, the government should have already put adequate security arrangements in place for protection ahead of Christmas celebration, Sajid Ishaq said. However, he added, being the Pakistanis, the Christian community also is ready to fight the menace of terrorism and would not be deterred by such cowardly attacks on them or their places of worship and institutions. The Pakistan Interfaith League chairman expressed hope that the police and other agencies now engaged in investigating the incident will soon be able to track down the elements behind this attack on the Quetta church and will bring them to the book according to the law. He also urged the government to ensure more effective security arrangements for Christian places of worship and institutions, particularly in wake of the approaching Christmas. Lahore High Court declares the appointment of Absar Alam as the chairman of PEMRA illegal. Lahore High Court on Monday declared the appointment of Absar Alam as chairman of Pakistan Electronic Media Regulatory Authority (PEMRA) to be illegal as it announced its verdict on a petition which had raised questions on Alam's appointment. The court had reserved its judgment on a petition challenging the appointment of Alam, a senior journalist, as PEMRA's chairman on November 29. The petition had been filed by a citizen, Munir Ahmed. In the petition, Ahmed had said that Alam had been withdrawing rupees 1.5 million salary a month, whereas the post of PEMRA's chairman was equal to the management position scale. He had informed the court that the maximum salary for management positions 1 scale is rupees 450,000. A militant attack is ongoing at Kabul's intelligence training center. Armed militants stormed an intelligence agency training facility in Kabul on Monday, triggering intense fighting with police, officials said. The latest attack to hit the Afghan capital around 10 a.m. A group of armed attackers entered an under-construction building in the NDS training center in Afshar area of Kabul. The fighting is ongoing and we have also launched our operation. Airstrike by Saudi-led coalition kills 10 women in Yemen. Saudi-led airstrike has killed at least 10 civilians in Yemen's Marib province, a local official said on Sunday. Witnesses and health officials said an airstrike by a Saudi-led coalition has struck a wedding procession east of Yemen's capital, killing 10 women. They said the Sunday airstrike was targeted the women as they marched to a village in Marib province. They said the bride was among the women, but it was not immediately clear whether she was wounded. It's a tradition in rural Yemen for the bride's female friends and relatives to escort her to the wedding ceremony where the groom awaits. The local officials speaking from Marib, east of Sana'a, said the civilians were in a vehicle in the Hareb Karamish district when it was hit overnight by the airstrike. Putin thanks Trump for CIA tips about bombings. Russian President Vladimir Putin called U.S. President Donald Trump on Sunday to thank him for a CIA tip that helped thwart a series of bombings in St. Petersburg, the Kremlin said. Putin expressed gratitude during the call for information provided by the CIA that allowed Russia's top domestic security agency to track down and arrest a group of suspects that were planning to bomb Kazan cathedral and other crowded sites, the Kremlin said. The Kremlin added that Putin asked Trump to convey gratitude to the CIA and assured him that Russian law enforcement agencies would hand over any information they get about potential threats against the United States, as they have done in the past. Assange told not to interfere in Catalonia, says the Ecuadorian president. Ecuador has warned WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange not to interfere in Catalonia's separatist crisis. Ecuadorian President Lenin Moreno said Assange, who has been holed up in Ecuador's embassy in London for the past 5 years, has angered Madrid by using Twitter to pump out messages of support for Catalonia's independence drive and accused Spain's central government of repression. Spanish Foreign Minister Alfonso de Sousa said there were signs that Assange was trying to interfere and manipulate amid the Catalan crisis after the outspoken Australian met last month with a prominent Catalan pro-independence figure. Brexit will not be derailed, says British Prime Minister Theresa May. Prime Minister Theresa May said on Sunday she would not be derailed from leaving the European Union, laying the groundwork for difficult meetings this week in which she will try to unite a divided cabinet behind her vision for post-Brexit Britain. May was applauded by European Union leaders in Brussels on Friday after securing an agreement to move previously deadlocked talks forward onto the topics of interim and long-term trading arrangements. The progress has gone some way to easing concerns of business and investors who fear Britain could crash out of the bloc without an exit deal, or that May's fragile government could collapse under the pressure of delivering Brexit. Erdogan hopes Turkish embassy to Palestine in Jerusalem will open soon. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan expressed hope on Sunday that Turkey would soon be able to open an embassy to a Palestinian state in East Jerusalem as he again denounced Donald Trump's recognition of the city as the Israeli capital. Erdogan has sought to lead Islamic condemnation of his United States counterpart's move, calling a summit of the leaders of Muslim nations last week in Istanbul, who urged the world to recognize East Jerusalem as the Palestinian capital. East Jerusalem was annexed by Israel after it seized control of the area in the 1967 war in a move never recognized by the international community. Investigators got the emails unlawfully, says Trump team. Special counsel probing whether U.S. President Donald Trump's campaign colluded with Russia has unlawfully received tens of thousands of emails, a lawyer of Trump's transition team alleges, according to U.S. media.
In a letter to congressional committees, Corey Langhofer says the General Services Administration unlawfully produced the private materials, including privileged communications, which Special Counsel Robert Mueller then used as part of his Russia probe. The GSA is the government agency which supports presidential transitions. Failure of stalwarts leaves England on a knife edge. Torrid form of England's senior players showed no sign of ending on Sunday as paceman Stuart Broad went wicketless and opener Alistair Cook's 150th test was spoiled by another cheap dismissal on day 4 of the third Ashes test. Already 2-0 down in the series, England finished a rain-hit day at the WACA in a precarious position of 132 for 4, still trailing Australia by 127 runs with an innings to spare. Dismissed for 7 in the first innings, Cook was caught and bowled for 14 by seamer Josh Hazlewood to continue a dreadful series with the bat. And now let's have a look at the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country. However, rain thunderstorm with light snowfall over the hills is expected in Lower Sindh, Karachi, Makran, Kalat, Quetta, Malakand divisions and Gilgit-Baltistan.
And that's all for now. For more news and updates, keep watching HumSub.TV. Take care. Please subscribe to HumSub.TV and hit the notification icon on the screen to get the latest updates of our channel. Thank you for watching HumSub.TV.